All right. Good morning. We're going to start with a couple shoulder rolls. Shoulders up, back, and down. A couple more times. Last time, shoulders up. Give them a squeeze. Pull them back. Drop them down. Step out with one foot and then the other. Turn your toes out in a nice Pilates V. Zip up your abdominals. Lengthen your tailbone and sit into a plie. You can certainly go deeper than I am. Hands here for now. We're just going to lift and lower those heels, starting small, warming up those calves. 4, 3, 2, stay up on those toes, press yourself up, quick little balance, heels come down, you come down, heels lift, you lift, and then we'll just turn that into that flowing plie movement. Only doing as much turnout as makes sense for you. 4 more. Last 3. Last 2. And last 1. Check that balance. Pull those abs in. Ribs come down. Arms in front. Hold for 4, 3, 2. Shoulders back and down. Tap. Add an elbow lift. Bring those feet in. Step touch. Bigger elbow. Big arm. Good. Swing those arms left to right. And if you're going the opposite direction of me, no worries. In a moment, I'm going to take 2 steps to my right. 4, 3, 2. 2 steps either direction, whichever way you're going. If you want, add a hamstring curl. You can always turn this into a grapevine, footsteps behind. 4, 3. Last 1, stay here, hamstrings only. Take those hands, palms towards me, elbows bend, shoulders back and down, press back. Little tricep warm up. Good. Then bring your hands to your side, still pressing down the palms down, knees up. Good. Hands right here at your shoulders. Press up. Hold the arms up. Pull them down. Point those toes, knees come up to you, and then we're going to start angling up and over. Knee comes across your body, getting a little twist at your waistline. In a moment, we'll stay on one leg and double time it. In 4, 3, 2, double time. Same leg. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, step it out. Same plie from the beginning of class. Abs in, tailbone under, up on those toes, and then down with the heels and the hips, and up and down. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1, hold that balance, shoulders out of your ears, and we're going to tap. We're going to add that step touch. We're going to go ahead and swing those arms. In a moment, we'll take 2 steps in the opposite direction as before. For me, that's 4, 3, 2. Here we go. Adding a hamstring curl if you want. Nice. Last 1, stay here, hamstring curl. Pump those arms in a bicep curl this time, and add the knee lift. Point those toes, arms up, elbows a little higher than your wrists, squeeze back. Work the shoulder area. Good. And then we pull down and go up and over. In a minute, we'll stay on the same leg. 4, 3, 2, same leg, lift. Sorry, I have to switch. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it out again, plie, but this time hands on your thighs, shoulders out of your ears. Drop your right shoulder in, look up over your left, please. Shoulder blades down your spine, back through center, other direction. Back through center, right shoulder in, and back through center, left shoulder in. All right, leave your legs wide, bend the knees a whole bunch. We're gonna do a super big, wide, easy peasy push-up set. So hands come down, walk your hands forward and nice and wide. Shift your hips so that you're in that beautiful push-up position. Hands are wide, and then you just lower and lift. Head in line with your spine. Think plank in your torso. Just 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Hips go up. Walk it back. Hang over for just a second. Bend your knees, hands to your thighs. Roll it up. Turn and face your chair. And we're going to do another set of push-ups, only everything is close this time. So hands are on the outsides of the chair. Feet are together. Shift your weight so you're right over those arms. Same thing. Push up, only your elbows are coming backwards to work your triceps. Good, just 2 more. And shift it back. Walk those feet in, bend these a lot. Keep your right hand in the chair, let your left one swing side to side, and then lift it up, bend a little extra, and come down. Opposite hand, swing that right one. Open. Beautiful. All right, come on up. I'm gonna see how many moves we can do at one time. So turn your chair, so it'll be on your right side. Have your weights handy. Take that ball behind your left knee, please. Good. All right, I want you to bring your left knee back, right, so it's not in front of you. You're holding onto that ball, and then I want you to bend your right knee quite a bit. So you can sit down into this, and you're not tipped too much, but we are gonna tip in a minute, a little different than usual. All right, and then go ahead, right hand only on that bar or chair. Left hand behind you, don't let this shoulder roll in. All we're gonna start with is a hamstring curl. So heel flexes back towards your booty. Adding on, we're also gonna bend the left knees and straighten it. Bend and straighten. And then you're gonna add that squeeze, hamstring curl. Right knee is bending and straightening, hamstring curl. I don't care where it is, whether it's at the bottom or the top, you decide. And then if you're ready to add the third element, reach down, probably just one weight in your left hand, pitch forward again so that your arm is parallel to the ground. Don't let that shoulder drop forward. And all we're gonna start with is a straight arm lift, pinky to the sky. So everything is working, right? Hamstring curl, squeezing, straightening that right leg, lifting that left arm, and if you want to add on, doing a small bend and straighten of that left arm. Woo! There's a lot going on here. Last 2, the last one. Stand it up for just a second. Take that left leg, cross your right, stick your booty out, just for a moment. You know we're not done, right? Bring it down, other leg crosses over, stick your booty out, press that leg open. Beautiful. All right, not done. Fall back behind that left leg, weight in your left hand again. Right knee is gonna bend. This time, however, that left leg is pitching out to the side, and your left arm is down. And what you're gonna do, we'll just start with a lift to the side. And if you wanna add, you bend and straighten that right leg. You can even have that foot out and turn out. And if you wanna be crazy, you could roll up on those toes as you come up. So now you've got outer hip on the left leg, deltoid on the left arm, glute on the right leg, and calf. Calf if you added that raise. And relax. Oh. Rest everything, including your body. Take that left leg out in front of you for a moment. Roll your toes up, flat back. Feel that hamstring. Roll it up. Take your back leg or your right leg in front. Give me a side stretch. And that should go all the way down into your hip. Let's go back the other way. And then finally step behind with your right leg and towards the left. Woo! Let's see if Flo can remember all those things on the other side. Okay. Ball behind your right leg. Put the right leg back. Give me a little hinge forward. Bend the left knee quite a bit. Let's start with just a hamstring curl. Booty in. Or excuse me, heel towards your hip. Adding a bend and straighten of that left leg. Now, my right foot is automatically going up and down, I know, but I'm also adding that curl at the end. And then if you want, pinky towards the sky, weight in that right hand, and you add that. Straight arm to start with. Try and get your chest somewhat parallel to the ground. And then if you want to add, bend and straighten. And come up. Woo, take a little break. Right leg crosses over left, booty out. And then roll that under. Switch it out. Left leg across the right, booty out. And roll that under. Okay, here we go again. Fall behind that right leg. Left knee bends, weight in your right hand, leg out to the side. And we'll just start with lifting, and then when you're ready, bend and straighten. And then if you want to add that arm out to the side also. And if you want to add that fourth element, you come up on your toes as you straighten your leg, and you get some calf work in there too. Woo! Good, last two. Last one. Right leg out. Bend that left knee. Roll those right toes up. Hamstring. Stand it up. Cross that left leg in front. Come over to the right. And then over to the opposite side. And then step back and around. And again to the left. Woo, beautiful. Okay. feel like we got a whole bunch of body parts right there. Continuing on, lucky us. Ball is going to go between your thighs. Try and get your feet parallel. I'm really squeezing the ball. Hopefully you saw it went from this size to this size, right? So you really want to have a good grip on that ball. And then have your weights handy enough if you want to add them, you'll have that. And we're just going to start by rolling up on the toes. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see this little angle. I'm going to bend my knees, but I'm going to let them come forward. So I'm sliding down an imaginary wall, right? So come on down. I'm up on my toes. So heels really lift. Drop your heels. Barbie feet and down. Barbie feet and down. When you come down, because of the angle of our knees, you should also feel a stretch on those calves. So try not to be booty back, booty under as much as possible, lifting and lowering through those heels. Adding on with the heels, come up. Bend the knees forward, drop the heels. Heels up, and you're up. All right, so you're gonna keep that going. If you wanna add some weights, because you may or may not need that balance, just an easy little bicep curl. Elbows can be in by your sides for now. We're going to change this shortly. Last two. Last one. I'm going to turn this so you can see me. Sit back down into that work. Bring your heels in. Pilates V. Really squeeze that ball. So my knees are turned out just a little bit. Abs are in. Tailbone is long. Stay there, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball. And serve the platter. Palms to the sky, squeeze the ball. Palms to the sky, squeeze the ball. Good, working those shoulders a little bit, little bicep. You are welcome, if you have the balance, to be up on your toes. But you still have to squeeze the ball and extend your arms. So, up to you. Gee, how many body parts can we work at one time today? Last two like this. Last one, stay down. Arms are straight as you can get them. So they're not in here. Good, shoulders out of your ears. Squeeze the ball. Lift your pinkies. Squeeze, squeeze. So I'm doing a tiny bicep curl, teeny tiny. Arm all the way straight, and then a little bend. Straight and bend, straight and bend. So you're squeezing the ball, whew, you're working your biceps. You might even be up on your toes. Your biceps should be feeling this by now. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! All right, you can put one leg down. We're going back to that chair at our right hand. Ball is back to your left leg. We're going to pitch forward all the way parallel this time, okay? Right knee is slightly bent. I want you to lift that left leg so that your thigh, you can't see it when you look down. It's parallel. Point your toe. You're going to poke a hole in the ceiling. At the same time, lateral raise, rear deltoid posture muscle. Now, I'm just going to keep my right knee bent, and that quad is going to start shaking for me. If you find that you're not focusing on both parts, give up one part. Last two. Last one, leave that arm up there, leave that leg up there, hold 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Very nice. Let's switch sides. So that chair is now on your left side. Ball is behind your right leg. Left knee is going to bend quite a bit, and we're just going to try to get our torso parallel to the ground. Point your right toes. Right arm off to the side, and it's a lateral lift as we poke a hole in the ceiling. Keep that left knee bent. You'll feel that quad working. and relax. Woo! All right, shifting that chair back over. We're going to bring that ball in front of our right shin and behind our left calf, so that we can do a little tendu, little round there, right? So my right knee is bending and straightening, and my left toes are touching. Good. If you want, thumb to the sky. As your leg comes forward, your hand goes up. Nice. So working the front of the shoulder now. Four more. Good, last one. Hand comes to your side. You're gonna roll up on your right toes. Left leg is off the ground. Bring that left arm up in the air. Right heel is going to lift and lower. Maybe go to just your fingertips on that right hand. Calf raise, pure calf raise, one leg. You can add a shoulder press if you want. Almost there. Hopefully the right calf is telling you you're almost there. Last one, hold it up. Hold, 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 arms straight up. Lift, lift, lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm coming. Hey! Hopefully you use that time to stretch that calf, but if not, we'll do it together. So right leg is going to step back. Look down and make sure your right toes are pointed straight ahead. Lunge into your left leg. Feel that long stretch. And then bend your right knee without lifting the heel. Then I want you to lift the heel and turn your toes in pigeon-toed and press the heel back down. Lunge into that left leg. And then bend that right knee for a deeper stretch on this beautiful angle. You should really feel that in your calf. You're going to roll up again. You're going to turn your toes out. Heel comes in. Now, your right hip is going to want to twist. So push it forward and then lunge into that left leg. Right toes are out. Heel is in. Different angle on that calf muscle. And then bend that knee to take it a little deeper. Woo! And then we will roll up. Ah, other side, please. All right. So ball, where are we? Comes in front of the left calf, left shin, and behind the right calf. When you're ready, grab that weight in your right hand. Bend your left knee, right toes go in front. So we bend and tap in front. Bend and tap in front. Arm out in front of you. Thumb to the sky. Not too much weight on that left hand. You might not even need it there. Put it on your hip. Nice straight arm, so you're working the front of that deltoid. Last two. Ooh, last one. We're going to straighten that left leg. We're going to bring that weight straight above us. Right toes are off the ground, and we're going to lift and lower. Calf raised. Try not to have too much weight on that chair. Maybe you don't need it at all. Add that shoulder raise if you want. Ooh, last two. The last one, hold it up, press, press, press. 4, 4, 4, 4, 29, 36, Omaha, last 2, last 1. All right, and we will stretch that out. So we're going to take that left leg behind us, look down and make sure the foot is pointed straight ahead. Bend into that right knee, give me a nice lunge. Press the left heel down. Feel that stretch in your Achilles tendon, up your gastroc, and then bend the knee to take that into the soleus, that muscle underneath. Roll it up on your toes, turn your toes in, press the heel down, bend your right knee, lunge into it. My favorite angle. Bend the knee, so your knee will really come in knock-kneed, and then roll it up. Toes are going to turn out. That hip is going to want to turn out, so push that hip forward, lunge into your right knee, keep pushing that left hip forward, and then bend that left knee a bit. And roll it up. Woo! All right, we are headed to the ground. We're not done, but we get to do it from a nicer position. So move your chair towards the bottom of your mat. Have your weights and your ball handy, please. All right, so let's start with our feet in the chair so that we're at about a 90-degree angle at our hips and our knees. And then take that ball above your knees and squeeze it so that you're still in parallel. So if I don't squeeze the ball, my knees are wider than my hips, my hip bones. Squeeze in. So I've got a lot going on here. Hopefully you do too. Weights are down by your sides. Open your arms into kind of a T or a low V, just to give your chest a stretch for now. Squeeze the ball, squeeze the ball, squeeze. So my big toes are touching, so I can keep that awareness of keeping the feet close together. Let's bring some awareness to the rib cage and pull the ribs down. Good. Nod your head yes. 4, 3, 2, hold the squeeze. Lift your hips up in the air. Keep the ball squeezing the whole time, lifting and lowering those hips. When you're ready, arms come up at the same time, elbows bend, so a chest fly type exercise as you lift. And then we're gonna add a squeeze to the ball. So we got 3 things. We're lifting those glutes, we're squeezing that ball, we're bringing those pecs into it, those chest muscles. Squeeze and lift, and squeeze, lift. Good. You're welcome. Almost there. Hold at the top, hands are narrow, knees are narrow. We're gonna pulse, pulse. And relax. Ooh. Hands down. You can move that ball for a second, stretch your legs out. All right, and then you're gonna put that ball in your chair and underneath your ankles. Legs are straight, hands are down by your sides. Flex your toes back towards your face to engage those quads a little bit. Lift your hips up, straight legged bridge, and I'd like you to hover your hands. Good. I want you to push down with your ankles or the backs of your heels to lift a little higher. Push down the lift, push down the lift. You should feel this in your hamstrings and in your glutes, a little in your low back. Try not to bend and lift, but try to just lower lift. And it depends on where your chair is. My chair should probably be a little farther away to do this, but here I am. Woo, that's wobblier. 4, 3, 2, leave that up, hold, squeeze, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, just bring your ankles on the outside of that ball, still resting in your chair. You can scooch on back if you move as I'm in. And all we're gonna do is keep a little bit of awareness by squeezing that ball at the ankles. Make sure that brings your inner thighs into parallel. And this is just awareness. It's just going to be a extended isometric contraction, so it's going to get annoying in a minute. When you look down, you see your knees open. That means it's time to fix that. All right, both weights in your left hand, please. Unless you're left-handed, and then bring them into your right hand. Arms straight above you. Push your shoulder blade down and lift it up. Down and up. 2 more times. Down and up. Down. Leave it down. Take your opposite hand, put it on that rib cage. So my right hand is going on my left rib cage. Deep breath in. Exhale. Push the ribs down into the ground as you lift your arm up over your head. That should not be something that's happy. As I lift my arm over my head, my ribs want to pop up, but use your abs to not let that happen. Bend the right or left elbow, sorry. Pinky to the sky, straighten, straighten, tricep only, but abs engaged. Check out your knees, make sure they're still together. Last 2, last one, straight arm, lift it straight above you and up over your head and up. Keep the ribs down the whole time. Last 2, last one, we put those together. Arm overhead, bend, straighten, and lift. Overhead, bend, straighten, lift. Keep your rib down on that side. Last 2, and last one. Woo. Weights over in your right hand or your left, if that was your dominant or non-dominant. Check your knees. Are they still in parallel? My left hand is going to my right rib cage. So pull it down. Arms up. Press the shoulder blade down and lift it up. Press it down, lift it up. 2 more, down and up. Last time, down, leave it there. Arm comes up so I see my elbow crease right out of the corner of my eye. Bend and straighten, bend and straighten. It's a tiny bend, right? And I'm keeping my ribs in the whole time. Oh, don't let those knees separate. What? Good. Last 2, last one. Arm goes straight, but ribs stay in, and arm comes above you. Try and keep that shoulder blade from lifting off the ground, reaching, and right above. Head not just, back of the neck is long. And now we add on, arm overhead, bend, straighten, and lift. Up overhead, bend, straighten, lift. Up overhead, bend, straighten, lift. Last 2, and last one. All right. Weights down by your side so they're still handy. And you still have that squeeze on the ball, and you're going to lift those legs in tabletop, keeping that ball between your ankles, so that should be annoying. Bring those knees in. Back of the neck is long. Exhale. Pull your belly button in. Put your feet at the chair and press it away. Good. Back to tabletop. Toes touch the corner of the chair and exhale back up. Inhale and exhale. Now, option if you want, you can hold your weights. You could add a little teeny bicep curl, but this is meant to be about the abs, right? So you decide. If you wanted a little extra challenge to the abs, you bring those weights, you pull them, your ribs down, you bring your arms by your ears, and you hold them there. The weight in my hands makes my ribs want to pop up. Woo, we don't let that happen, right? Arms just stay. Arms aren't moving. Arms are hanging out by your ears. Ribs are pulled down and relax. All right, now we're going to change it up. Move that ball out of the way for just a minute. And I'm going to give you the option, if you want, to take a single weight, put it below your knees where you can hold on to it, shoulders back and down, bring those arms over by your ears again, flatten those ribs, and you're going back to that toe touch, only you have a weight there, so that should create that extra challenge. Now, if you wanted to be really mean to yourself while you're doing that, you put the ball on your abs or your ribs, and you try not to knock it off. What? Good, last two and last one. Ah, very nice. All right, let's go ahead and slide that chair so it won't be in your way anymore. Roll over onto your side facing knee. We're just gonna do a quick set, one more little bit of work for that elbow hip. So you're gonna lie down with your arm underneath your ear and your waistline lifted, abs are drawn in. We're gonna take actually both weights if you can stand it. Put both weights on your outer thigh. And you're not gonna hold them. Instead, you're just gonna place your hand there. Let's bend both knees. Put your heels together in a Pilates V and lift that top leg, and then lower and lift. So it's our clam exercise. Your waistline is lifted, so your abs aren't on vacation. We're just working that outer hip area and thigh one more time. I promise, just a miniature set here. Good, let the legs rest, but then straighten out that leg, turn the toe down a little bit, move the weight slightly back, and tap and lift. Finish it off here. And relax. Hopefully you felt that in that top hip. Give that a little love, and we're pivoting over to the other side, please. Weights are with you, knees are gonna bend, hips are stacked. Feet in that Pilates V, so heels together, toes apart, weights on your top leg, hand is simply pressing them in place. Lift that top knee and close, lift and close. Good, last two. Keep the bottom knee bent, take the top leg, straighten it, turn your toe down, move the weight slightly back towards your hamstring, lift and lower. Nice job, y'all. And relax. Ooh, hi. All right. Yep, we have time for one last, maybe two last killers for the abs, I think. All right, if you have a sticky mat and it's kind of thin, you might want to fold it a couple times because you're coming over to your elbow. Have your weights in front of you. All right, to protect this shoulder, we want to push it back. Lift up with those lats, create space between your ear and shoulder. Single weight, lift yourself up in your favorite side plank. Weight in your top hand. Lift your hip a little bit, give me a small angle with the weight. Small angle with the weight, small angle with the weight. One more time, small angle. Now take that weight, rest it on your top thigh, push one finger down, lift up against it. Lift up against it. Hips are lifting, little lift, good. And relax. I promised it was tough, I hope, but short. Other side. Roll that up, just give your elbow a little bit of love. Your favorite side plank, push the shoulder back, use the lats, create space, lift it up. Small move with the weight in your hip, lifting, arching. Good, and then weight on that top leg, push it down as you lift up. And relax. Woo! All right. Let's do one more quickie here. All right, weight in your hands, palms facing up, and the weights are in your palms. Deep breath in, exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Enough. Yeah, I didn't plan this. Just put the ball between your shoulder blades. Sorry about that. All right, shoulders out of your ears. Weights are in your hands, palms up. Deep breath in. On the exhale, drop yourself back a little lower. Chest is open, palms can open. On the exhale, slide your knuckles along the ground. Close your rib cage to lift yourself up. Inhale, open, exhale, close. So a couple things are happening. Terry, don't drop your head too low, so this could bother vertigo. Palms stay at the sky. As we lean back, we're arching our upper back only, getting a chest stretch, and at the same time, getting our head a little lower than our heart possibly. When we come up, we close that rib cage. So this is our negative to neutral. Last two. And last one, up and over, and then relax. Bring those weights into your hand. Slide them out into a T, bring your head onto the pillow, relax here for just a second, just a passive stretch for those pecs. So I've got my arms as reached out as possible so that I get that opening across my chest. Because I've got that ball underneath my head, I've got a little lift in my spine. And then slide your fingers out from under the weights, turn your palms down, and press down on the weights to lift your chest a little bit more. Nod your head yes, so you're not straining your neck. And then relax all of that. And then we're going to bring that ball behind the right knee. Grab the ball so you can really pull that right knee into your chest. Feel that deep, deep hamstring stretch. Turn the knee out and the toes in. And then bring that back through center and go the other way. Knee in, heel out. And then back through center, pushing down that ball so that your hamstring stays, or your quad stays connected with your ribs, and then flex the right foot towards the sky. And then point and flex once or twice, and straighten the leg. And continue that pointing and flexing, and maybe windshield wiper side to side, or take it in a big circle. And then you're gonna bring that ball over to the right and let the right leg rest on it. Left leg open to the opposite side. So passive inner thigh stretch and hamstring. Bend that right knee, bring it back through center, straighten out the left leg, bring your ball with you. Bring your ball over to the left side, take that right knee across and let it rest on the ball. Right arm stretches, and if your weight is handy, you can slip it underneath your right hand underneath that weight. And then right ankle crosses over your left thigh, figure 4 stretch. Bend that left knee, and let's take that ball in front of that left shin. So that should deepen the stretch here quite a bit. My arms are on the outside. If you need to thread the needle, that's fine. You can even press that knee away with your right elbow. And then we're going to cross the legs completely over, no gap, and put that ball back on the left shin. Take a little rock side to side, and let the knees drop over to the left. If that's too much, you can bring the ball with you and support it underneath your knees. Slide your right hand under the weight if it's there. And then finally straighten your left leg and your right. Much better on the right side. All right, bend your left knee and your right, and take that ball behind your left knee, hug it in nice and close. Roll the knee off to the left, and then roll the knee in, pigeon-toed, knock-kneed, and then back through center. We're gonna flex through that heel. We're gonna pull that rib to thigh connection, and then we're gonna lift the foot, point and flex, and then we'll straighten that leg. And again, ball behind you, point, flex, maybe windshield wiper, some circles. And then ball goes over to your left. You let that leg drop over to your left, please. If you don't have room, you just play with it, as I'm doing. And then as you come back through center, I screwed something up and confused me so much. Straighten out your right leg. Let your left leg drape across your right. No, sorry. All right, bring that left knee in, up, over, and over to the right. I think that was correct. And then if your weight is there, slide your left fingertips under that weight, please. I've not been drinking. Now, as you come back to center, drape that left ankle over the right thigh, please. And then thread your needle if you want, or go on the outside, ball on the right shin, And again, deeper stretch on that left hip when you do that. But if your hand's on the inside, use your elbow to push that leg open. Ooh, feels nice, doesn't it? In a weird, sadistic way. And then cross the knees all the way over, ball on top of that right shin again. Take a couple of rocks side to side. And then we're gonna let the knees drop to the right. If you need to, support it with the ball. If you don't, slide that left hand under the weight if it's over there. And then straighten your right leg and your left. Ah, that should be better. Abs drawn in to roll yourself up a vertebra at a time if that works for your body. Otherwise, just roll over onto one side and then meet me over on your hands and knees for just a moment. Walk your hands forward, tuck your toes under, press yourself up into a down dog, and then let's pedal one heel down at a time, go up on the opposite toes. Work those feet a little bit, again, stretching out those calves and that Achilles tendon. Good, and then bend both knees so you can mosey your way back. Meet me with your knees bent, shoulders down to your ears. Let's exhale, round into your kitty cat stretch and open up into your cow. Beautiful. We have a curtsy and a curtsy. And gratitude to you guys for being here. Stick